start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Trying to stand but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, can you tell me what it means?
If nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do have to give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates and leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else. So be patient with your process. Also, y'all already know, that voice too raspy to be whispering, all right? So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume. So before we get started, I want to thank you so much in advance for all your love, likes, shares, subscribes, gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you because I don't always get to pause in the middle of what I'm relaying to acknowledge it, but I definitely will when I post this on YouTube, all right? So let's get started, chosen ones. First and foremost, we're going to have to talk about this. We already discussed you are what you attracting, right? So if there's somebody that is showing interest in you, if there's certain partnerships that you like, dang, I keep running into the same type of individuals, it's going to have to be you who analyzes you because that's what you attracting towards you, right? So if you ever wonder what other area that you needed to focus on or work on yourself, you have to realize that it's based upon how you are seeing and what you're attracting from somebody else, right? So if you had certain fears, that person is going to be fearful too. If you have certain abandonment issues, that's what you're attracting towards you. See, the person that comes in is not here to be your savior. You already got to save yourself in a sense. You already got to know how to sit there and be able to swim before you jump in, right? So, chosen ones, your partnership is going to bring certain things again. They're going to have a cup that's full. You have a cup that's full too. So when y'all pour into each other, y'all are overflowing. You understand me? See, you can't, again, keep pointing to this person, that person, and some of y'all need to take a moment to yourself. What do I mean? See, it's okay for you to be excited about love. It's okay for you want to attract certain individuals, but you have to realize that you're going to have to chill for a minute. Because there's some of you that's been hopping into this relationship, that relationship, this situationship, that situationship. You've been swiping on all types of apps. But again, you keep getting the same type of person that you attract, and you're going to have to take some time off because it's you, baby. You already know we all about accountability right here. It's you, baby. You haven't even had time for yourself. But again, you so quick to try to pour into somebody else. Have you called first dibs on all your love like an abundance? Or are you leaving scraps for you and giving it to certain individuals that then go give it to other individuals and leave you with nothing, right? But we going to have to talk. See, chosen ones, again, we already discussed about, and we're going to get back into this later, but we got other messages. I want you to realize, take a moment right now, because some of you are wondering if this is the person that you're supposed to be with, if this is the job position you're supposed to be in, if this friendship is beneficial for you. Some of you right now were trying to see and decipher it, right? See, I want you to realize that every individual that you encounter, it's almost like that brief preview that you get for movies. So Netflix, how you can scroll over the movie and it tells you what's to be expected. How certain, again, other apps that you in, you could get a little preview and see what you about to be experiencing. See, some of y'all done seen that preview and still chose to go move forward with that individual. Then midway through the movie, you not paying attention. Now, what do I mean? See, chosen ones, when you met that person, they already wasn't showing attention towards you. But again, you gave that individual the benefit of the doubt. You went based upon who they could potentially be and not who they chose to. You understand me? See, some of us, we see through souls, so we see you exactly who you were, right? See, I want you to think about this. You know how you moved away from your hometown, and then all of a sudden, you had a best friend, and you go back, and that friend is on some other shit. They on drugs, they destructive, whatever the case may be, and you try to remind them who they are, and they looking at you crazy. See, in the words of Project Peck, don't say them. They don't want to be saved. We heard that, right? See, I'm a 90s baby, right? But chosen ones, there's some of you that cross paths with people because they have a similar soul to you, because they seem familiar with you. You assume that that's the individual that you're supposed to be with. And again, I tell you all the time, you ain't got to rush into no relationship. You ain't got to rush into no title. Sometimes you just got to scope, how Shorty say, scope the scenery out. Sometimes you just got to pay attention to those people's patterns. But again, you come up and condone their behavior. You come up with excuses for them because you're not willing to accept the truth about them. See, chosen ones, we going to have to talk, right? See, you seen in the beginning, certain things that they was talking about didn't match with what you was trying to do. See, these individuals, again, you was trying to mold them into the perfect partner for you, but that's something that they wasn't able to do. See, how many of y'all have been in certain partnerships and you like, dang, in the beginning, they was so loving. In the beginning, they was giving you flowers. In the beginning, they was speaking certain soft words to you. In the beginning, they was acting like they was a family man or a family girl. And the whole time they wasn't living in their truth. They was just trying to give you what you wanted in a sense. See, chosen ones, you looked at them based upon the potential, but not who they really was. See, again, that's almost like you going back home and you seeing that friend that's on drugs. You try to get them up. You try to remind them who they are in a sense, but their mind's way too gone. See, some of these people energetically took that bad pill. You know how you see, again, around the way, everybody knows somebody like, damn, Shorty was intelligent before they got that pill in their system. Now, all of a sudden, that shit done ate at their head. Shorty was cool until this experience happened and they took the negative road instead, right? See, some of these individuals sat there and again was doing demonic things, entertaining demonic individuals, and the wrong demon has stepped in. Now it possessed them. They no longer that person that you thought that they was, right? And you keep trying to remind them, hoping that the true them is somewhere under their hiding, but they long gone. They already gave their vessel up in a sense. And now that demon that took over them. And you trying to, no matter how many times you yell, how many times you say the same thing, they not there. They not going to be able to play that position. They don't care. They don't care about themselves. So how they going to care about you? But again, you try to mold these individuals to the best partnership for you. You so used to these fixer-uppers, chosen ones. And God's telling you this your season where you get to move into a relationship that's move-in ready. That means that person is everything that you are. So you are what you attract. So if you attract in certain partnerships that's in lack, you got to look back at yourself because that person is a reflection of you. No matter if you selected that person or not, when you cross paths with people, it's based upon who you used to be or who you currently are. Because you have to realize that karmic cycle, you know how you said that past person cheated on you, beat it on you, deceived you, wasn't ready for love, couldn't see certain things that God was showing them about you. You told them that they missed their blessing, right? Okay, cool. Well, there's some of you right now that's currently about to miss your blessings too. You sitting there, again, entertaining the wrong one. You have to realize just because they have a familiar spirit doesn't mean that they supposed to be with you. Some of these people are past lifetimes karmics that God wants to see. Was you able to see their truth? Have you learned your lesson yet? See, last lifetime, they took advantage of you. They took you out. See, last time they put you down. Last lifetime, they did certain things where, again, you wasn't willing to invest in yourself. God wants to see, are you going to do it again? Because now that cycle, that karmic cycle is rolling. I want you to think about a wheel, right? If you put a sticker on this part of the wheel and all of a sudden it keeps rolling, at one point in time, that stick is going to be on top. That's where you are right now. So are you going to make the same decisions that they did? There's some of you that's scared of love. Some of you that's scared to accept it in. See, you have to pay attention to these people. What preview are they showing you? If this person already is not communicating with you, short with you, in due time when they get comfortable, they only going to do more of what they truly are, correct? So just like when you get comfortable, you with yourself, right? So you got to see them in their natural element. Don't tell them nothing. See, some of you could say, well, I'm interested in a long-term relationship. I'm dating for marriage. That's different. You can tell them that. That's that preview in a sense. They know what they getting. See, there's some of you that's like, nah, I'm not rushing into no sex. I'm celibate. I'm keeping my energy to myself. Okay, that's that preview. Now they know what they about to get into. See, some of these individuals see a challenge. You have to realize that some of these demons are trying to get you off the wrong path, so they trying to deter you. So that's almost like you again may have fell victim to that past shit. You may have fell victim to certain circumstances. You may have listened before when the demons was trying to deter you off your path, but now you moving forward. You a different you. You're going to realize that you're not even the same individual. See, you didn't even know you when you knew them, so how do they know you now, chosen ones? You ain't even know yourself. Now you do them. And now the closer that the more that you get to know you, you start to see who ain't for you. Pay attention. Now, again, it's a preview. So what you expect in that job position that you want. See, we're not going to just talk about partnerships. We're going to talk about positions too. What is that preview of that business expecting of you? They talking about, yeah, you can't have no days off. Oh, yeah, well, you got to come in for overtime. So you already know that that schedule ain't going to work with you, but for some reason you feel like it is, right? God already showed you, okay, well, what's the hours outside of, you see the hours. It's not going to work with you being able to balance work and your kids. So God's telling you that position ain't for you, but there's you. You so used to challenges, you make so used to making things or having to go through difficult things that you again are going to sign up for that. It's not going to work out. Now you just sat there and missed the opportunity to get that job with somebody else. See, pay attention. When you first start, is those hours aligning? They not? That job ain't for you. When you walk in, do you feel like you got to be phony or do you got to be the real you? Oh, why? You got to be phony? That job ain't for you. If they talking about, oh, well, it's a chance, but they not telling you certain things that you can get in the that job ain't for you. If you go in and your piece is already missing, that job ain't for you. See, there's some of you that sat there and felt like because that job is providing you certain profit, that's the job that you're supposed to be aligned, but it's not. It's not. And some of you talking about, oh, well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You can't just quit, but you would have to do the same thing if they was to choose to fire you right now. What would you do, chosen ones? That job that you don't like to clock into, you don't like being there, you don't like the individuals. They keep promising you a promotion that's never going to come. They telling you what they could give you, but they're not going to tell you what you're going to receive from them. So they have you working so hard, feeling like you're going to actually make it an improvement. But God is giving you a clear sign that that's going to stay in place. You're going to be complacent. You're not going to be moving. I want you to pay attention to that. So when you clock in, is your piece going for that profit? It is. That job ain't for you. See, that job that you in is currently a position for another individual. That's somebody else's purpose, not yours. You were supposed to go there, learn what you needed to learn. That's going to prepare you for this position that God's about to place you in. So that customer service, whole time you ain't realized that that customer service was presenting you or preparing you for that business venture that you about to get into, having to communicate with certain individuals. That was something, a skill that you had to learn. That was training. There's some of you that feel training ain't just when you go into that job, chosen ones, and they tell you for a week, we're going to do this, 2 weeks, we're going to do that. I want you to think about this in your life, right? That job position that you not peaceful. Before you clock in, you ready to clock out. When people are there, you not in your clear mind, so you being negative towards them. You projected negative energy because that's what you feel within, right? So whole time that was a position that somebody else was praying for, but they ain't get it because you got it, right? But you're not going to be there for long. So you taking somebody else's purpose just for that profit that God's going to end up stopping because he wants you to align with the purpose that you're supposed to be in, the path that you're supposed to see then. So chosen ones, what are you doing? You talking about you can't quit because the money's too good. Okay, well, God's about to force you out. I told you 2024, this is all about yourself. See, this is for you, chosen ones. This is a clear view, chosen ones. All them years of training and you being complacent, you're not going to be able to do that, chosen ones. Those friendships. You talking about how you want to start a business with your friend. Have you took a look at that preview? They can't even pay their rent on time. But you want to go in business with them. They gullible to certain partnerships that they in. But you want to go in business with them. Pay attention to that preview and see what they showing you, chosen ones, because there's some of you that's living in an illusion. You going based upon the fact that, again, you would have to keep looking over them. You would have to keep taking time off of what you focused on to focus on them, regard them, re-guide them, and it'll keep happening. It's a pattern. This is the season for like minds. So take a step back. What do you want in your life? You want love? Okay, are you being loved? Or are you going to be like that past person, right? So you want love, but are you ready to receive that love? If not, you're going to be like that last person that you was giving so much love to. You was pouring into this individual. You was so vulnerable to them. And what did they do? Take advantage of it. They ain't show no love to you. They didn't say kind words to you. They didn't show no affection to you. That wasn't your individual. So are you going to be that past person to your person that's coming in? I want you to really look at yourself. This is a season for you to be self-reflecting. Everything that you earn, everything that you deserve, you about to get, but you have to be open-minded to it. It's going to come in various forms, chosen ones. So that job, take that preview. Again, take that preview. Are those hours going to work for you, or you going to be stressing? Try and see if your mother can watch your children. She not. She not dependable. Shit, she ain't even watch y'all growing up. Okay. That friend, okay, are you going to have a ride there? Or are you going to be struggling to do that? Because these people been around you, been seeing the hard work that you've been putting in, seeing that you've been trying to, it ain't trying because you in action, you doing it. So let me correct myself. You ain't trying shit, you doing it. It ain't no you trying to heal, you're healing. You're growing. Ain't no, oh, you trying to get over your past, you getting over your past, right? So I had to correct that because I always get on y'all's asses about that, right? So chosen ones, I want you to think about this. This is a season to be around like-minded individuals. Look around you. Do you feel safe with these individuals that you around? Or do you have to have a guard up? Be honest. Your mother, can you tell your mother certain things that you want to do without her trying to discourage you, would tell you that you can't make those moves? That friend, do you feel like there's certain things that you got to keep from them because they're secretly projecting energy on you? So when you want love and you about to receive love, now they got their nose turned up because they've been seeking love. They put that as a top priority. And here you took time off to focus on you, focus on your career, focus on healing, whatever the case may be. And they just been out here jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship. And you gonna have real love before they get that shit. Why? Because you sat there and focused on becoming love. You wasn't chasing somebody to provide that to you inside. You wasn't looking for somebody to fill you up. You already was full. You understand me? So, chosen ones, I want you to think about that. Because some of these friends, they seem like they supportive of you, but they not. Some of this family seem like they supportive of you, but they not. They going to be asking God why you got it and they didn't. They going to be talking about, God, I've been online, I've been dating, you've been getting ran through by Satan. You've been sitting there letting all these demons pass through you instead of you knowing your worth. So now you can attract that towards you, and you going to get mad because somebody else knew their worth and now somebody else sees that shit too. They was busy being their authentic self, and now they sat there and attracted an authentic individual. See, chosen ones. Some of you realize as soon as you start to speak certain things and tell people what you got going on, all of a sudden it's a stagnancy. God says, shut your ass up. Don't tell everybody everything. They ain't even on the same frequency as you. See, your friends only know what they know because God speaks through you. See, you didn't put them on. See, when Ray was tripping and was doing them wrong, you the one that put him in that direction like, you might need to look into that. See, when they was believing certain lies that was told to them, you were putting them on to that, right? Okay. And what did they do? They still end up entertaining that individual, right? Okay, cool. See, chosen ones, you have to realize that some people are monitoring spirits. And people may not believe in that, but it's true. See, Satan tries to listen to see what you're going to end up speaking because he can't see intuitively like you. See, I always say this, Satan don't have the same gifts as us. He's not intuitive. He don't got no soul. He ain't got no discernment. See, our intuition and our discernment, that's that walkie-talkie in a sense. We on the same frequency as God, so we got clear communication. It ain't no, oh, are you sure? A question. Nah. How they say, God is not the God of confusion. You're going to know exactly what it is that you should be doing, right? It ain't going to be you questioning like, is that person for me? Is that person shady? Do they got ill intentions? Now, initially, you might still got your sword drawn based upon what you had going on from your past person. But in due time, you're going to see like, nah, I ain't got to have this with this person, right? But chosen ones, again, Satan spies through various persons. So if your friend is at a low vibration, if your friend is out there, again, getting passed around by these demons, they don't have self-confidence, they not aligning their purpose, they not grateful for anything that they got, they sitting there on some Players Club shit, using their body to get what they want. They putting money over morals. You understand me? If they not operating at a high frequency, that means them demons can pop in and out of their ass too. And if that's to get the one up on you to see what you about to do, that's what they gonna do. So sometimes you gotta stay silent. You don't tell everybody nothing. Because if they on the same frequency as you, they gonna be moving like you. You ain't gonna have to tell. I want you to think about this. When you in the room with your people, right? Y'all know how they say, oh, we can give certain eyes, and we done had a whole conversation. We can look and it's like, baby, you read my mind. Let's get our asses on. See, chosen ones, you have to be around like individuals. And I'm sorry, your bestie is not it. Your auntie is not it. Your mother is not it. Your sister is not it. Just because you knew them for a long time doesn't mean that they can come to the location that God's taking you to. That don't mean that they ain't been secretly hating on you. That don't mean that they allowing their insecurities to be projected on you. See, some of them don't even intentionally do it, but they doing that shit. They wondering like, dang, everything always works out for him or her. Everything always comes together. See, you chosen ones, we have the ability to get this shit and fix it up, and we can have certain things create out of it. We can take that rundown house and turn it into a home. We can take that hoopty and make it into something of our own. See, we got that ability. You understand me? And we've been having to do it for so many years, so many lifetimes. But I told you that ending is now here. Now God's like, nah, you don't need to have no fixer-upper. I appreciate you trying to help that individual heal. I appreciate you for trying to help that individual see certain things to get revealed. But I've been talking to them for a long time, and they ain't listened not one time yet. They ain't listened. They ain't learned their lessons. So therefore, you go ahead and to that abundance. You ain't got to wait around. That's almost like, again, you did your work. You did your homework. You didn't cleaned your room. You done did that work that God guided you to do, right? So think of God as your parental figure, right? So God said, hey, listen, you want to go outside? You want to have a good time? You want to do certain things? I got certain things that I need you to do first. You're going to have to clean up that room. That was you cleaning up your mind, releasing certain insecurities from you. You was cleaning up that area, getting certain people away from you that wasn't for you. You sit there and was cleaning up certain things, even your actions. You had to take accountability for you too, because at times we don't always communicate right because we got certain things going on with us, right? So sometimes we did, I do it. If I ever did somebody wrong or I cussed their ass out, I apologize, chosen ones. You got to make sure that that ego's going. You ain't always communicated correctly. Just because you was going through certain shit, that's understood, but that doesn't mean that you could have projected that on the wrong person. There's some of you that was taking out certain energy on people that was here for you, but you thought that they was a karmic while you was out there laying down with certain karmic individuals that wasn't for you. See, you starting to see certain things clearly, which we gonna have to talk. Chosen ones, that person that you thought was your twin flame, that person that you thought was your soulmate, that person that you thought was your forever person. What if you realized that that person was doing black magic on you? So they was trying to, one, cause chaos spells to have you walk away from certain individuals that truly were for you. See, what if you found out that that person that you kept feeling a connection to, you only was feeling a connection towards them because they was doing black magic on you. They was suppressing you. They was trying to make you wait on them forever. And they knew that they was never going to step up and play that position. You understand me? See, you was about to miss out on that celebration waiting for their asses. God had already told you he had a party for you. He already told you people was waiting for you. God already told you that abundance was about to come through. But you down here connecting with these so-so ass individuals that ain't for you. Sold they soul in a sense. And when I say sold they soul, some people don't believe that you can do it. But whether or not they sold themselves short or sold themselves for real, because they, again, put their morals to the side for monetary gain or certain attention. See, chosen ones, clarity. You starting to see that. These people was projecting certain things on you. You starting to see that. See, these individuals didn't want you to date. So they kept you waiting. Whole time you like, nah, I don't feel that spark with this person. I don't feel that spark. You ain't even give them an opportunity. You ain't even open to the fact of new love coming in a different form. You was waiting for that person in that past. See, God said, nah, he had a new package for you. You heard me? So, chosen ones, now that spell is broken. Your confidence is up. You starting to believe in yourself. You starting to realize that you was waiting and now you asking yourself, what was you waiting for? To be disappointed again from the same person that already showed you they pattern. The same person that's not going to take accountability. They going to blame everybody else for their experiences. That past person that already showed you that they was able to desert you. See, the person that's for you is not going to do that to you. You understand me? See, you may have, and I told you this, some of y'all have false starts with your true divine person. See, this is how you're going to be able to distinguish the two. See, the false start with an individual, when you met them, you seen that they was truly for you. It's like, dang. It's almost like y'all wrote the same story. Y'all, and when I say that, that's the things that you want, the things that mean a lot to you. That's what means a lot to them too. And they actually are being a good person. They not out here being a karmic individual. See, at that point in time that y'all may have aligned, you could have been focusing on you and disconnecting from your past. They could have been focused on themselves, disconnecting from their past, aligning with their purpose, whatever the case may have been. But y'all didn't have no title. Y'all wasn't actually together. But again, you seem like, damn, you seem forever with that person. Like, dang, they like moral. They got morals. They already aligned in the same path as me. When you ask God for confirmations, all of a sudden, when you around that person, that's the things that you started to see. So when you intuitively ask God, like, God, and I done did this before, like, God, if this is my true divine person, I need to hear these 3 songs. What happened? All of a sudden, you ain't even tell nobody. You around them, those songs come on. Like, all right. I see what you doing. I see what you doing. Okay. All of a sudden, you like, oh, well, tell me about yourself. All of a sudden, everything that they saying, or God already done relayed to you. You like hiking, they like hiking too. They family oriented, or you family oriented too. They loving, you loving too. They adventurous, you adventurous too. Whatever the case may be, right? That person divinely aligns with you. You understand me? That's how you know. God is going to give you confirmations like that, but you got to say it intuitively, chosen ones, because when you say certain things out loud, the devil can hear that. So the devil will sit there and get his best minion that looks like that person that you were expecting, had them dressed up to try to play that position, so they going to talk like that. Going to walk like that. They're going to act like that. They're going to say they want certain things like you. But when you pay attention to their patterns, it's an imbalance. You're not seeing it, right? That's how you know, chosen ones. You don't talk about it right now. You have to walk into your walking confirmation. That means God said that this person is going to be like this. Okay, cool. Pay attention. See who gets presented to you. You say that you want children. Okay, cool. Pay attention. This person don't want children. They not for you. Oh, pay attention. What you said that you wanted to do with your future. What type of masculine that you said that you want. These are things that you intuitively have to write down. You can't be out here saying to everybody else. Because again, the devil don't got that walkie-talkie intuition and discernment like God gave you. That frequency, that's almost like, think of a walkie-talkie. If somebody else is on a different channel than you, you may pick up certain words or phrases, but you don't hear the whole conversation, correct? That's how the devil do. He sends certain people in that's going to listen and hear certain shit. So you telling your friend about that new person that you were potentially interested in. All of a sudden, as soon as you tell them, it's like, yo, everything starts falling apart, right? Because they started projecting that energy on you. They wanted what you had. They was upset. They knew that they should have been happy for you, but they was the same reason why you was in lack. See, how many of you were like, damn, you don't even want to post no pictures with your boo, because it feels like every time you post somebody or you openly claim them, they disappoint you. See, chosen one, if that person ends up leaving you, hating you, turning on you, they wasn't for you. See, they wasn't vibrating at the same frequency. What do I mean? See, you know how people were sending black magic to you, but you was able to get through it? You know how people wanted you to go crazy, but you got your mind back? You see how people was trying to have you out here sleeping with people, drinking and doing all this dumb shit, destructing yourself? They was trying to deter you. See, you see how no matter what they try to do, you stay solid and you remained you. And you see how so many people change. Why? Because they wasn't on the same frequency as you. See, dark can't take over the light. But if that person ain't living right, guess what? That demon can hop inside. That demon could change their mind. That demon could have them doing certain things. So you pay attention. You ain't never lost nothing that wasn't for you. You ain't never lost nothing that was for you. Let me correct that. You hear me? So if that person, see, some of you had false starts. You met your person and God was like, you see this person? You see how you feel with them? You see how you a divine feminine. You feel so feminine when you around them. You a divine masculine. And you feel so masculine when you around them. You feel at peace when you around. You see that? You see how comfortable you was with them initially? You ain't feel or think about any type of insecurity. See, God had you had certain false starts with people, right? Why did that happen, chosen ones? God was like, hey, yo, you see what this is? All right, well, since you see what love is, you see what divine energy is, I need you to walk away and get rid of this toxic shit. They had to go and close certain doors. You understand me? There's certain people that you had to call judgment on. See, when I say call judgment, don't mean that you judging them. That means that you see through what they showed you, that you present that case in front of God and you put that in God's hand like, God, so-and-so was living foul. So-and-so try to do certain things thinking that they was going to break you down. Oh, so-and-so try to stop your finances. See, everything that you went through or are going through, your divine partner is going through too, chosen ones, because they got to get through what you went through in order to get to you, chosen ones. So it's almost like right now, you and your divine partner are finally walking out of that cave, finally walking out of that dark. See, the whole time you was in the darkness, you ain't realized that they was in a room with you. Energetically speaking, they was connected to you. See, the whole time you kept trying to give that feeling that you had with that karmic. That wasn't them that was providing it. It was your true divine feminine or masculine that was projecting that energy towards you to get you to feel better about you. That was awakening you for certain situations that you was getting into, that was presented towards you, right? But you was in the dark. See, darkness surrounds you because you the light, chosen ones. You got to remember that, right? But there's certain people that was in the dark too. Now, all of a sudden, you getting in the light. And now you starting to see that you were surrounded by like individuals. See, they wasn't talking. They wasn't out here squawking. They wasn't out here trying to be seen. See, they was isolated to elevate. They was working on themselves. They was preparing for this position that God's about to place them in, and both y'all walking out of the darkness and y'all holding hands. See, that's why the devil's mad. Because he tried to distract this person, try to whisper in their ear, and they was like, nah, that ain't my divine feminine's voice. That ain't my divine masculine's voice. That ain't my divine partner's energy. See, you had to see through that shit. See, anybody that gets presented to me, I read them instantly, right? But not only that, I pay attention to what they say. Nah, let me hear what you say. Tell me about yourself. Because if that don't match up to what I read about you or seen through to your soul, I know that you are acting as an individual. Now it's like, oh, all right, that was training purposes. Like, nope. The devil came and tried to dress like that. So-and-so try to come. You know how you know certain scamming ass people? Like, nah, here come Felicia's ass begging again. Here come Debo. Let me block. So go ahead and tuck these blessings in. Let me go ahead and keep this shit. You understand me? You got to pay attention to that, chosen ones. I'm trying to tell you, but right now they mad. They like Red's ass running back to the car because he got his chain snatched. Like, oh, nah. Chosen ones, this is our time. You understand me? So you align it with like minds. Think about what you want, and that's what you about to get. But if that person's ass ain't presenting that towards you, keep going. You ain't waiting to see, oh, well, let me just give them time to see if they can switch. The fuck that sound like? You trying to get him time to finesse you. You trying to get him time to try to pull a veil over you. We not doing that. So pay attention. Be open to love. See, you got to be loved to receive love, chosen one. That's your superpower. That's why the devil try to tell you to say, devil say, F love. That's why all these songs try to have you like, love's not good enough. That's why people try to make it seem like, oh, MOB and chase money. And then you can, how does that make sense? How are you going to attract who's truly for you if you feel like you got to be financially stable before you align with your individual? So you're used to them using ass people. So that's what you try to attract. See, your true divine partner is going to match your energy and it's going to accept you exactly where you at. See, they going to speak life into you because they know that where you about to go to. They going to see that you successful way before those funds come in. But you out here trying to prepare a certain foundation to let that devil come in and be comfortable in a sense. So nah. See, your true divine boo is going to be happy riding passenger princess again in that putt-putt like they would that foreign. See, your true divine person is not going to talk about areas that you lacking. They going to see that you about to obtain them. They going to speak life into you like, yo, you got this. See, your true divine partner is going to sleep just as well next to you like they would on that air mattress, king size bed, whatever the case may be. They cool with you. See, your true divine people are going to be cool eating food off that pallet way before that table come in. See, chosen ones, that's how you know who's truly for you and who's just trying to get something out of it. See, there's gold digging energies, masculines and feminines. They see you as a come up. They know what God's about to be bringing in. See, these individuals know that they didn't put that work, so now they try to ride your coattail in a sense. That's almost like that group project. That person ain't put no information in. They ain't prepared nothing. They ain't do nothing. They ain't say nothing, but they want to sign their name on it to get credit like you. Fuck out of here. You're not doing that. I'm not playing with you. You out here worked all this time. Sit there. Let me tell you this. You done worked all this time. You done sat there and went check to check. You done scraped up to make it from this Friday to the next. You done sat there and did whatever you could do. And again, you was grateful and you showed gratitude because you knew that God was still getting you through it. See, chosen ones, what you went through, other people didn't come out of it. You got your ass whooping that past relationship, but you still surviving where other people met their tragic ending. See, you talking about how you live in check to check, but there's some people that don't even got a check to expect. See, some of these people don't even got bills to put certain bread on. But you out here showing gratitude because you know if God gave you this, he about to give you something else. Now let's talk, right? See, before you ain't have no job. You prayed on it. You applied yourself because you got to be aligned with that position, right? Okay, so you put yourself on that field, correct? Okay, cool. So chosen one, you sat there and got on that court. You got on that field, whatever the case may be, right? You put yourself in that position to receive that catch of abundance, to get that, right? Okay, cool. See, there's other individuals that didn't make those moves, but you did. See, chosen ones, when I tell you this, that God will give you, again, he wants to see what you can do, but what he gave you already. Like, all right, shorty's looking for love. He looking for love. She looking for love. I gave them these children. Let's see if that love's enough. There's some of you that looked over the love that your children was giving you to try to find a partnership to be in. So that person, your child wants time with you. Your child is complimenting you. Your child is the one that always sees you cry after these other people run from you or run through you, whatever the case may be. See, God was like, all right, let me see if they treat their children correctly. They want love, all right. Here you go. They gave birth to it. Was that love enough or was you looking for more? Was that enough? Okay, cool. Okay, well, let me see. That job. You live in check to check, right? Okay, cool. But you got peace. This is a position that you want to be in, right? Okay, cool. Prove it to me that this is your purpose. Because your purpose is something that you would automatically do whether or not you got paid or not, chosen ones. Think about something that brings you joy, chosen ones. This is something that you would do, again, way before money came in. God wants to see it. Before, you have to realize when you in your purpose, that profit is last to come, because you got to show gratitude, but also show your loyalty to him. When I say him, I'm talking about God. Show your loyalty. That's what God wants to see, because you got to remember, God's right-hand man, Satan, was disobedient, disloyal. He sat there and betrayed him. So God takes people who actually pay attention, listen to the information that he's providing, show loyalty to him, know that he's going to handle certain things and ain't over his shoulder looking to see where Nah, that's how you get your blessings. Put it in God's hand, like, God, if this place is for me, I know you're going to get me approved. I know that my income's going to be enough. My credit's going to be enough. And if it's not, then that's not my place that I'm supposed to be in. You stressing, talking about, well, I got this time limit. You ain't putting your faith in him, then you don't believe him. That's disloyal. He didn't, 9 times out of 10, he already didn't came through for you. Don't you know that 10th time he going to come through again? But you out here doubting him, looking over your shoulder, but get mad when people do it to your ass. Talking about, you want me to do it or not? That's the same thing that he's saying to you. Like, listen, do what I asked you to do. You want this? This is how, it don't matter. You know how somebody pay you for a job or ask you to do some things for them, whether or not you doing their hair, whether or not you doing their clothes, whether or not you doing their work, whatever the case may be, you assisting them, correct? And they have enough nerve to tell you that you're not doing it right, and you like, well, do it then. If you felt like you could do it, if you felt like you knew all the answers, then do that shit then. Why you keep praying and crying to God with the ugly face, Roscoe nose and shit? Out here talking about pleading for him to make a way, and he's like, yo, I keep trying, but you keep blocking it. Your plan B, C, D, E has always been God's plan A. You gotta realize that, chosen ones. Let go. You wondering if that's your person? We gonna see. And if they distance themselves from you, if they never return to you, if they don't do right by you, if they didn't learn from their karmic ways to become a better person for themselves, and then knows that that's going to be a benefit to you too, then that's not your person. Pay attention. There's some of you that's stressing over certain things that's already aligned for you. You stressing over nothing. See, you wondering how that bill's going to get paid. God was like, listen, I got you. You stressing. See, I'm telling you, if you may not smoke, chosen ones, but you got to put that effort in your system. What do I mean? Like, yo, I put it in God's hand. If it's for me, it's for me. I'm not about to stress. You stressing about lights, and God was like, yo, I got you. You stressing about the light. They going to get cut on. Stay on. And if they get cut off, your ass is smart that you going to have candles, know how to light that shit up. Know how to have little flashlights, whatever the case may be, and then all of a sudden, what's going to happen? Them lights going to come on. Why? See, when you were stressing, God had to teach you a lesson. When you were stressing, God had to teach you a lesson. Like, yo, Shorty was doubting me. Cut them damn lights off. We're going to see if Shorty can see things clearly then. Huh? We're going to see. Cut them lights off. They was doubting me. Cut that off. We're going to see if they start believing. And what happened, chosen? As soon as you stopped stressing, things started to get presented. God just got to teach you. You got to put your trust in him. See, almost like, you know how you tell your children, like, hey, you got to listen right away, because that could have been something important. That could have been something that really hurt you. That could have been something. You prepared them for certain emergencies, correct? Like, hey, so-and-so this, you say certain things, that's they training in a sense. See, that's what God do to you too, chosen ones. I hope you know that. He'll tell you to move this way just to prepare you. Move this. See, it ain't no asking questions like, what? All done. By then, you didn't got your ass hit. Now you feeling something. Nah, listen. He said that ain't your person. Pay attention. Intuitively, he told you not to trust them. Don't trust them. In due time, it's going to get presented. You understand me? But you out here moving slow. Then got your ass rolled over. Got your ass hit. See, when God said duck, you ain't listen. Now you got hit in your head. Now you feeling something. Don't cry now. Don't cry now. God told you to duck. You didn't. You was out there looking stupid, looking around. Okay. But curiosity killed that cat and slapped that ass back too. I'm trying to tell you. So pay attention, chosen one. This ain't stress. That's how you manifest. If you're stressing, you're manifesting stress towards you. That's what you're going through. That's what you're going to continue to see. When you start putting things and thinking optimistically, like, yo, I already know it's working out for me. I already am aligned with my abundance. I already am aligned. You don't look at your life like you limited, because there's some people that don't even have the bare minimum coming in like your ass has coming in. You understand me? And this is training purposes. You wouldn't give that person, well, shit, some of you do. That person talking about, oh, we gonna flip this 50 to 500 every time tax time come through. They ain't flip shit. They done flip the phone and close that shit and you ain't heard from them again, right? See, this is God is wants to see, okay, well, if I give you this, what you gonna do? I give you a little bit of love. What type of moves you gonna do? With that little bit of seed of love that you had, you was out there speaking positive to everybody that you crossed paths with. With that little bit of love that you was getting from somebody that got assigned to you, whatever the case may be, that little bit of love, let me see how far you gonna take that love then. And when people tell you, again, I always say this, they talk about love don't pay the bills. Baby, you ain't never seen love then. See, love had that mother figuring certain things out to feed her children. That love that father has for his children has him working with no time to rest. See, love will have you do certain things that money can't purchase. You understand me? So you have to realize that, chosen ones, do not sit there and stress. Do not doubt this. This is your season for blessing. Did you earn it? Did you put in love to other people? Then you know that you about to receive it. If your ass wasn't putting in love, don't even have your hand out. Motherfuckers gonna dap you up. Oh, what you thought you was getting bread? Dap your ass up instead. Slap your ass. Keep moving. Keep working. I always say this, right? Think of life like that football field. You was the person behind the scenes that really had that skill. On the practice, you was training certain people, that you was in action, you was talented. It showed for itself. See, that other person was the celebrity of the team, but they got put on from somebody else. So that coach could have knew this person or this person, whatever the case may be, pulled a few strings. Now that person seems like they the greatest, correct? But what if every time, see, we didn't already heard it with Cat, but we gonna get into that tomorrow, I promise you. But think about this. That person that everybody's celebrating, cheering, hollering and hooting from the stands, talking about that's the best player, whatever the case may be, right? They see you sitting on the bench. They talking about you limited. They laughing at you, talking about you ain't this, you ain't that, but you still on the team. You still getting paid like that person too, but you ain't having to do the work. That center of attention ain't on you yet, right? And I say yet. So you've been throughout your life. You've been sitting on that bench. You've been seeing everybody else getting recognition for certain work that you put in. You done sat there and seen everybody else getting selected and called up, but you ain't even know what they was getting called up for. See, what if that person's name was getting caught up for karma? What if that person was getting caught up for consequences? See, you was sitting there again, watching, and the devil tried to whisper in your ear that you wasn't good enough because your name wasn't getting called, but that was a negative team. That was negative things that they was getting acknowledged for. Your name, that's almost like the teacher, like so-and-so, Mrs. Jones, Jonathan, whatever the case may be. Whole time people thinking that they getting positive recognition. Oh nah, baby, you're taking your ass to ISS or whatever the case may be, principal's office, whatever it is, right? See, chosen ones. Y'all been sitting on this bench long. Now heard me out. Seen everybody else getting recognition. Oh, that person, they popular because they got all these clothes. That person is popular because they had all those souls. That person was popular because they had money. This person was whatever the case may be, right? Whole time they didn't have talent. They got put on from somebody else. They was on the team. So that's like somebody getting on the team because they was giving a ride to somebody else, right? But hear me out. See, chosen ones. This your season. So what happened? That person that truly wasn't supposed to be in that position got caught lacking. They done had an injury, whatever the case may be. And now God had your name get caught up. Now everybody from the stands that was talking reckless about you, throwing certain things at your head, was, excuse me, talking about how you wasn't going to move, how you wasn't going to advance. They was calling you the bench warmer, whatever it was. Whole time you was waiting for your time because you already knew what it was, right? See, now your name got caught up. God called you though. And now God is telling you all those things that you was training for, that's this time to put it in action. So behind the scenes, you was out there throwing the ball, throwing spirals. You was practicing. See, all those seasons that you was practicing in certain relationships that you were in. Speaking love to this person, speaking love and giving this love to that person, but they kept you limited, right? See, you was applying to this position, working hard at that position, but they never gave you that promotion that they promised you. See, you was out there speaking life into your family, but your family was always trying to limit you. See, all of those seasons that, again, you was putting that practice in, God was preparing you for that position. See, now your name's getting caught up. You got on that field. See, when I say you got to apply yourself, you got to apply yourself for real. See, if you didn't show up, you wouldn't have been able to get up there. Had you not been practicing, you wouldn't have been prepared for what's about to come next, right? So hear me out, chosen ones. See, think about football. You on the field, you got called up. See, you know that there's offense and there's defense, correct? See, that offense, I want you to think about you. That's you trying to have your arms open, waiting for that abundance to come in, waiting for those blessings to come in, waiting for those things that God promised you, right? So you had to get on the field. You had to show up. That means not giving up. That means keep applying yourself. See, all of a sudden you on the field. But there's a defense team too, side two. See, these are the people that strategically placed there to try to limit you and hold on to you, right? So this is your mother holding you back, telling that you in lack, that you can't accomplish certain shit. This is your ex telling you that you ain't never gonna have love coming in. This is certain friends that was putting certain doubts and insecurities in your head, whatever the case may be, correct? So this is the defensive team. These are people that are trying to hold you back. See, you pushed away, you isolated to elevated, right? Okay, so you isolated to elevate. That means you had to get away from certain people. So that's when those friendships came to an end. That's when those partnerships came to an end. That's when you energetically was called to walk away from certain family and friends. You had to isolate. That's pushing away. See, God moved you ahead. They called you crazy talking about where you was going. The ball wasn't even there yet. They talk about, look at so-and-so running. They thought that you was Forrest Gump. Like, yo, look at so-and-so running. Look at so-and-so running so far ahead. Whole time the ball's back here, but they ain't know what God's plan was, that he had whispered in your ear. See, God said, get far away from certain people. Get on your path, get on your position, whatever the case may be. God told you to keep going because he knew that these people couldn't see clearly. God was like, listen, keep that business, keep that love, whatever the case may be, but he had you run ahead of them. See, they looked at you crazy, chosen ones, and all of a sudden, what happened? By the time they looked around, it was too late. God was already in action. See, he done sat there and thrown that ball to you. You was far away from these toxic ass individuals, and all you had to do was look up and catch that. Now, when I say look up, that means be optimistic. That means be positive, a positive vibration. How you gonna catch something positive if you being negative? That shit ain't adding up. How you supposed to get certain light if you so complacent with being in the dark? Nah, God said look up. Be optimistic. Put your head up. You walking around with your head down. You walking around helping everybody else out. Nah, God said, I had you go far ahead, away from these negative energies that was trying to pull you back. You sit there and look up when I call your name, and you did. And guess what? You caught that catch of abundance, love, light, and positivity that's coming in. Opportunities align with you, chosen ones. You got to put yourself on the field. That means apply. So you got to have to apply. Some of you apply for certain positions for real. So you're going to have to apply to that job. Believe that you're going to get hired. You're going to have to apply when it comes to certain relationships, putting yourself out there to receive it. See, you're going to have to apply to that house that you want. And know that God's going to whisper in that person's ear that's actually going over your application and say, yes, so-and-so deserves to be here. You're going to get approved, but you never would have got it had you not applied for it, correct? You're going to have to apply your chosen one. Stay positive because your mind is the manifester. That's that projector. See, just like in school when that teacher puts that little paper up there and puts that light on it and the whole class sees it too. See, where your mind at? If you negative, you attract the negative. Now I'm thinking positive in every situation. Thank you, God. Everything. If you couldn't go to work that day, guess what? Thank you, God, because there must have been something that was happening. There could have been a bug that was going around. There could have been whatever the case may be. You thankful for God because he worked certain things out. And guess what? everything aligned for you. God told you to call off for work for those few days. Now you done made up quickly. Now that money came in that you would have had to work hard for. This is your season. You get to lay back, chosen ones. You don't got to be, again, move-in ready houses. You ain't going to have to put as much work in. That's why you getting what you getting. And that's why these people are hating. So therefore, make sure that you're not being complacent. If they ain't vibrating at the same frequency as you, they not your people. This is not the season for you to see these little fucked up places and want to invest in them. I'm talking about these people and where they hear that. Not persuading this person that marriage is where they want to be at. Nah, baby. I'm getting married. I'm not going to persuade you on why you should get married too. Shit, you ain't my people. Go ahead to the next individual. Fuck out of here. I'm not going to persuade you why being a parent is cool and why we should invest in our youth. Nah. If that ain't for you, baby, fuck out of here. I'm not going to have to persuade you to do the right thing by certain individuals. That's what you should be doing already. Fuck out of here. I don't got to persuade you why you shouldn't be cheating on the individual that you connected with. That's not what we do. Like minds is like minds, and if they karmic individuals, nah, they gonna learn their lesson through you. See, they gonna see that they had everything from their dreams get presented and they overlooked it. That's something that they gonna have to learn. You the lesson. You the blessing or you the lesson. Shit, we a combination of both, honestly. But do not persuade these demons to go with you, because God is not going to allow them energetically. Either you gonna sit your ass here with them, or you going to have to tell them to do their work, and maybe they can meet you at the location that you going to, but they will not be going right now. You cleaned up that room, chosen ones, like God asked you to. You did your homework like God asked you to. Now you get to go out there and be around like individuals who did their work and cleaned up their room just like you. Put that work in and listen to what their parents was telling them. They made those moves while the other person hating, looking at the window, see y'all having fun. The ice cream truck came, gave free shit out. Now y'all playing this game, and you having the best time of your life. And those negative ass people that could have been there too, should have did the work like you, but didn't, are sitting there mad and confused. It is what it is. But you not taking no demons with you, so cut that shit out. You talking about, oh, well, I gotta be patient with what? Your ass gonna be sitting there. You gonna be sitting out. You talking about you being patient with them. That's not how patient works, baby. You don't be patient with no demon. You gonna be waiting lifetimes at the lifetimes at the lifetimes. You be patient with your process, meaning you not gonna rush into no situation. You're not gonna rush to find love, but when God presents you with that person, you know that you're not gonna waste time with them. That's not no waiting 5 years, engagement of 5 years and never get married. Fuck no. Baby, when you see me, I hope you see future. When you see me, I want you to see somebody that you going to marry. We ain't got to get married tomorrow, but you see that with me, you know that's where we going, and we walking into that direction, hand in hand. It ain't no what you coulda, shoulda did, baby, what it is that you doing. We are not playing those games. And some of y'all, again, these people are not your permanent assignments. These were temporary placements, temporary positions. God just wanted to show you so that they could pay attention. Like, hey, you see how so-and-so's doing good? See, God been in their ear the whole time, way before you cross paths with them. Like, yo, do right, do this, trust, have confidence, align with your purpose. They didn't, so God gave them an example and had you cross paths with them. Like, yo, you see how they pursuing their dream? You see how they doing positive things? You see how they not cheating, they not crazy, God is having you be a walking example. So maybe that'll prep them up. But some people will see certain things that you're doing and still tell you that it can't be done. Fuck out of here. They ain't your people. Keep moving. You was the example. That's like the teacher that assigns you, like, hey, can you give a demonstration? If you give them example after example, that shit ain't still clicking. The teacher ain't going to tell you to hold up time with them. The teacher's going to say, hey, yo, I'll take it over from here. You go ahead and play. You go ahead and do certain things. I ain't going to have you keep dealing with this person who ain't paying attention, ain't comprehending, ain't trying to learn shit. They going to distract you. Nah, we not going to do that. You heard me? So look at the previews. What that person showing you. They not communicating. They ain't for you. They ain't showing love. They not being vulnerable. They not expressing their feelings to you. They not receiving the love that you get. They ain't for you. Stop that shit. You trying to persuade. You trying out here get chose by some demons. Fuck who you look like. You crying, talk about so-and-so didn't choose me, bitch. You wanted a demon to accept you? You wanted to get ran through a little train by these damn demonic ass individuals? I'm just saying. You cut that shit out. You sitting there crying, and again, Roscoe knows you pouting. What? You mad because the demon didn't select you? When God's about to align you with somebody that's going to be a blessing to you, earn the things like you, you're not going to have to give up. Some of y'all dealing with certain people that energetically, God's not going to have finances come through for them. So you will be sacrificing your finances if you choose to be with them. God said that they're not going to get paid either way because of the things that they did or the things that they said. So it doesn't matter that you got abundance coming in. Think about certain partners that you with. They owe back child support and you choose to marry to them. Now they get to come and take out of your shit. Nah, you better pay attention to who you connected to. I'm not, no. You mean to tell me 10 years you ain't put no shit towards your seed? Now you see that finances is coming to me and you want me. I ain't your come up. You got to be up there, baby. You got to already be on it, baby. And that's what they trying to do, energetically sitting there trying to sign their name next to you. That's like that person you going into a place with and they ain't got no type of finances. They just signing their damn name on it. Now you didn't have a commitment, something that you got to stick with. Now you got to pay the rent from their half and your half. No, sir. It's a no for me. It's a big fuck no for me. I'm not doing it. The fuck no. You might can visit from time to time, but motherfucker, you ain't signing shit with me on no dotted line. I'm not signing up for that karma. You out here, you was being deceitful, running magic and doing magic on people. You was doing all that evil shit, and now you wanna no. Nope. And chosen ones again. Pray for your person that you expecting and haven't came in contact with yet, because they going through what you going through. See, the devil don't know who your divine person is unless you speak their name. And by the time you speak their name, you already know that energetically they protected, they aligned. So anything that they try to send ain't going to hit or impact them. You got to make sure that your partner's properly prepared too before you even introduce them to anybody. Because just like they attacking you, they going to attack that individual too. The finances, all of that. Y'all stay together. You understand me? But chosen ones, I got to get up off of here. Just know I'm going to upload this live later on YouTube, and I'm going to come back earlier tomorrow for a new message for you, all right? We're going to get deep into it tomorrow as well, all right? So just know that, but I love you. I appreciate you. Y'all continue to be great, but disconnect from these so-so ass individuals. You heard me? Love you, babies. Y'all be great.